Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 2778 of What You Up To Now. This is where I document my journey, share lessons learned, share what I'm working on, the good, the bad, the ugly of things that have happened in the past and hopefully won't happen again in the future. Today we're talking about, in both Supersize Your Business and Be a Better You Annual Challenge, how to begin filling the gap between where we are and where we want to be with respect to a spiritual health and well-being topic. I picked connection to my higher power, connection to source, connection to God, whatever that means for you. That's what I picked, and that's what I'm working on. So yesterday we told ourselves, well, here's where I am right now. Here's my current story and situation. Here's where I want to be. Here's my desired story and situation. And that creates a gap between where we are and where we want to be. And just identifying and doing this will help to begin moving us in the direction we want to go. Because as soon as we start to imagine and visualize and think about what it is that we want, the universe starts to feed us stuff and give us opportunities and show us options that were probably right in front of our face all along, but we just weren't open to seeing them. And that's how we start to fill the gap between where we are and where we want to be. Well, today's step 2 of the SOAP framework process is to explore options, and just brainstorm options, more than not really dig in and explore, but just come up with all the possible ways we could start to fill that gap between where we are, from where we are, to get us to where we want to be. I like to use something called the 10-3-1 brainstorming tool, and I've shared this quite a lot, like thousands and thousands of times. We brainstorm at least 10 ways to start filling that gap, at least 10. And I use this a lot because something kind of magical happens after we get past the 3 and 4 mark. Something in our human brains wants us to think we live in a dual universe, so it always wants us to think in twos. Well, this or that, this or that. But this or that doesn't work when we're brainstorming options. We want to come up with at least 10 possibilities. And then I usually go beyond 10. I usually try to get at least 15, 20, 25, depending on the thing that I'm working on, depending on what comes up during the day as I am capturing them on a list or on Post-it notes or something, so I can go through them later, because we're going to narrow that down to our 3 favorites immediately. And then tomorrow we're going to use those for step 3 of the SOAP framework process. So that's what I've got today. Running my mom to the airport this morning with my sisters. She's going back to her house in Texas. We're going to miss her. But if I can help you in any way, hit me up and ask. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Have an amazing day.